I'm going to give you a tour of my kitchen. I have not planned this, besides, hey, you should do a kitchen tour because people keep asking for it. I have not tidied one thing. I have not touched a single thing in my kitchen. This is what my kitchen looks like at 3:27 on Saturday afternoon. So, let's get this started. So when you walk into our house, you walk into this entryway, and then you have two choices. You can go into the living room or into the kitchen. We have this big, beautiful table. I will link the pattern. It's an Anna White DIY, and I made it just over a year ago. We have this beautiful big hutch that my grandma gave us. It was in their house forever. Oh, what's this? A toothbrush and a sweater. Thank you, Freya and Marius. My mom and my kids made this felted garland for Easter, and we've just kept it up. I need to figure out where to hang this. I love it so much. Oh, hey guys. So, we have these nice windows looking out there. Big table. And then these high chairs here because we often have little nieces and nephews, and just hasn't been put away since they were here last. So we have some drawers here, and these are like the throw kids art stuff drawers. They're all equally chaos and something I regularly dung out, and I have not done it regularly. Oh, dog treats. Hey pup, my dog treat? Supposed to make her do a trick for that, but whatevs. This is Marius's chair. When he gets home, he sits in that chair and he keeps me company while I finish dinner. So, this hutch here is also chaos. This is some school stuff that needs to go away because we're not doing school anytime soon. Dried herbs. Games I don't want Freya destroying, and those are for rising sourdough bread. In here, I store big things. I've got oats, honey, coconut oil, sugar, different ground flours, like there's buckwheat and red fife. There's a thing of rice in there. Just big buckets of things. In here, hey, this is actually pretty empty. Elderberries, dried roses. I use a lot of dried roses. I love them so much. I know, dog. You want all the attention. This is our Berkey. Thank you for shoving your lunch kit there, Marius. I love the Berkey. We used to live where you couldn't drink the tap water because it was so awful bad well water. So we bought the Berkey. Even our well water was even a little bit much for the Berkey. Dog, get out of there. Kids must have spilled water. But now I just love the Berkey. Even though we have town water, it filters out the chlorine. So right here, we're gonna start on this side. Toaster oven, which is how we heat up things. This is like the only snack cupboard we have where you'll find crackers and chips, and those are Rice Krispies because I make Marius Rice Krispie squares on a semi-regular basis. There's a bag of cereal back there, and I keep these big bowls here, and there's some empty egg cartons. My kitchen needs a bit of a decluttering. Maybe this, showing everybody this, will motivate me. So, top drawer is like extra condiments and canned goods. We honestly don't buy many canned goods. Like, this is all the canned goods that we have. Usually if I can buy it in a metal can, I figure out a way to can it myself in a jar. Peanut butter, granola, some different seeds for baking and such, dates, nutritional yeast, I don't know, random things, nuts, pasta, honey, peanut butter, different bulk goods, sunflower seeds, coconut, random things the kids have thrown here. So the fridge, this is where we're gonna get really vulnerable. I'm gonna open up the fridge. The fridge is pretty empty right now. My fridge is normally bursting. But here's what our fridge looks like. lots of jars usually. And yeah, I don't know. It's the fridge. Okay, dog, I get this, but this is getting a little old. Freezer. I don't know. This is like my catch-all. I don't feel like going to the downstairs freezer, or like things I use often. This is Marius's to-do list that he asks me to write things on. One of the kids decided to edit limited entry, which was the hunting draw, but it was done, it just hasn't been erased. So on his to-do list, he needs to make 3 chicken tractors, figure out the garden water system, which, check. And then he's gonna put spouts on some 50-gallon barrels for watering other stuff. I hear a baby squawking. I think you're still good. We'll leave you. So, around the corner from the fridge, I have this here. So, starting at the top, we have popcorn maker, and that's called a Maslin pan. It's smaller at the bottom than it is at the top, and it's for making jam, but I use it for all sorts of things. It's a nice heavy bottom, stainless steel, about 2 gallons. Crock pot, it's an old iPad. Pretty much all it does is watch shows on it, but we use it for traveling and doctor's offices. This is a wool blanket. You'll see this in my sourdough baking video. I wrap loaves of bread in it when they come out of the oven, and it softens the crust. My beloved Vitamix, a couple big pots. These are 1-quart freezer containers that I super love. Instant Pot, food processor. This needs to go back down to the basement, but that's an ice cream maker. Dehydrator. Waffle makers in there. I should say, first of all, fun old school pencil sharpener. And then we keep a metal bucket in the kitchen because we use a lot of rags and cloths and that sort of thing. And this is where I chuck dirty laundry. Or when Freya strips down her dirty clothes in the kitchen, I chuck them in here. So to give a bit more perspective, we're now going to work our way around here. So, calendar and to-do lists and YouTube ideas, and these are just ever-changing boards. This is where I usually throw bread. We have different things that I use for cooking regularly. All our cloths, rags, tea towels, napkins are there. You'll notice I tape a lot of things to the insides. And this is my box. This has actually kind of been a big change for me, a big deal. Made a big, I don't know how to say it, but I keep all the supplies to write thank you cards or cards in there. I've got stamps, envelopes, and different cards, and it makes it super quick and easy to write and send a card, which I really like. So, this is my spice drawer. Lots of spices. Down here, let's see, we have extra spices, griddle. That saran wrap has been here. It was brand new in the cool room when we bought the house, and I've been slowly working on it. I used it for freezer meals, but I haven't bought saran wrap myself in like forever. Olive oil and sunflower oil in gallon jugs there. That's like dried beans, lentils, that sort of thing. Some naughty hazelnut Torani syrup for coffee. Bosch mixer. Baby is starting to squawk. We might be losing our window here. So my oven is glass top, and then it's this double oven thing, which I don't know if I would purposely buy it, but it works and I like it. Up here, we keep coffee stuff. That's a 5-pound bag of coffee beans. I keep ground coffee in there. That's some decaf, percolator, instant coffee. I don't know why I bought instant coffee, but now I've had it for like ever. Hand grinder, coffee filters, although now we have a reusable filter. So coming around here, up here we have Ziploc bags, freezer bags, etc. That's Rowan's formula. It comes in a bag, so I move it into a jar, and then it's got instructions on it for Marius. Tea and hot chocolate. More tea, collagen powder, teapot. All the tea. Here there's usually lard, butter, Placenta pills. The beloved Mr. Coffee. This is Mary's coffee maker, which he loves because I can set it the day before and it's ready when he wakes up. I just washed some bottles. This is big utensil drawer and cookie cutters. This is supposed to be more organized into different sections, but kids have been putting away dishes and I don't really care. Pans. I bought a whole pile of these for freezer cooking and I'm still working through them. And I need to get this out. I haven't made popsicles yet this year, which is crazy. This is my favorite popsicle maker. Oh, kids just got home. I'm gonna teach Mac to make popsicles. And then down here is the container drawer, which is also chaos. I guess I should show you too that I've got a ham in the oven and I used a disposable pan because I was feeling naughty. / didn't want to wash the pan afterwards. So, some dishes waiting to be washed and some dirty dishes, and my family just got home and I kicked them outside so I could finish this. Behind here, so this my grandma gave me. It was in their house forever and I keep lip chap in there. Different hand lotions and such. Meal plan, flowers children have picked me. Foaming soap dispenser, because then the kids don't need water to get their hands sudsed up. They can do this, scrub their hands and then rinse it, and that's big for me. I buy big bottles of dish soap and just refill it. This is the chicken bucket. All the scraps go to the chickens or the pigs. Not many dishes waiting to be washed or just loaded into the dishwasher. I'm even going to show you under my sink. Can you believe it? This is the dish soap that I use. Got like Castile soap, cleaner, thieves cleaner, some shampoo and conditioner because I've started washing my hair down here sometimes. Different cleaner that I really like. Garbage bags, liquid plumber. Our sink, this is the main sink we use, and this part right here gets clogged really easily, so I have to use liquid plumber sometimes. Anyhow, other random things under there. Cutlery drawer. These are from the milk replacer from Bottle Calves, and I save them because they're excellent. I have one in the sugar bucket, I have one in the oat bucket. They're 1 cup and they have measures on them, so they're a great little scoop. Down here we have some pots and pans and strainers and measuring cups. Dishwasher. Junk drawer. Pottery mug drawer. Tin mug drawer. There must be a lot in the dishwasher. Thermos and water bottle and canning lid. Oh, I gotta get the baby. So from those drawers, we have stationery, tape drawer, muffin pans, chopping boards, cookie sheets, parchment paper and cell packs. And this is kind of like a baking station. Here, these are grains for grinding with my grain mill, and white flour, salad spinner, and some big bowls. And then around this corner down here, I have a cute little cookbook shelf. These are not all my cookbooks, but these are most of them. Okay, now these top cupboards here. These ones are mostly jars with the odd dry goods like popcorn and pistachios somehow get kept here. I don't know. And then noodles and tortillas and some paint I don't want Freya to get. Next one has some canning. We have a cool room in our basement, but I just have some up here to make it more accessible. They're all nuts for snacking, some dried mushrooms, some overflow empty jars, and some different baking mixes. This is a brownie mix and a pancake mix. Last one here is plates and the Weck jars with their tops and baby bottles and baby bottle supplies, and then some big containers for freezing bigger things are up there. This is the biggest kitchen we've ever had. We've lived in much smaller places. This house is, it's like 3,000 square feet between the main floor upstairs and then an unfinished basement about 900 square feet. And we spent many years living in like 600 square feet. So this place is massive. But it's also, I don't know, it's nice to have such a big kitchen, and it's allowed us to do a lot more entertaining. I love having people over and having family over. And not that we didn't do it in a smaller kitchen, but in winter, it's hard to have a lot of people over when you live in a small house. So it's been nice to be able to have people over all winter long.